Patty. Watch Patty Melt. Hope you're having a great week. I just wanted to come to you today. This is a video I've been promising for a while, and it's all the supplies and things that I use pre-plastic reconstructive surgery and post. It may be broken up into two videos because I don't want it to get too long. But I thought I'd start today with some of the things that I had in order to prep for surgery and for right when I got home from surgery. So anyways, Miss Lauren is coming upon her surgery next week. I've been promising her this video for a long time. And Lauren, I just wanted to let you know I have your box ready. Don't worry, I don't have your address on here, but I'm ready for you. Oops, I'm so bad at this. Anyways, okay, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the things that were helpful for me to have. And some of these things were I only needed them for, maybe a week or so. It's all dependent upon a couple of things. A, how many surgeries you have at a time. B, what types of surgeries you have. So some of the things that I had, maybe somebody else may not need, or vice versa. So again, I had the abdominoplasty with muscle repair. I had the breast augmentation and breast lift, and then I had liposuction of my upper thighs. I did have a catheter for the first week that I was home. Dr. Katzen likes you to remain completely sedentary the first week, so no getting up to go to the bathroom or anything like that. Anyways, so with that, I just wanted to go through some of the furniture. So obviously I don't have the furniture here. I can't bring it in and show you, but things that were helpful for me, and I'm going to give you the duration of time that they were helpful for me. So I got one of those electronic recliners, and I'm really glad. That was probably the most helpful thing from a furniture perspective to have. Besides having support of people, that was the most important thing that I needed. It was one that lifted me all the way up and out. I can't imagine even somebody trying to help lift me out of a chair, out of a regular recliner. I probably would have gone a little AWOL on them, just because, not because of pain, but because of fear and everything else. Your body's just in complete shock after. So I rented that chair, and I rented it from a company that I think is nationwide. It's called DEMS. I don't know what that stands for, but it's a medical supply company, so you can rent one. They are not inexpensive to rent. They are expensive, but they are well worth it. I mean, they're a car payment a month, pretty much. At least they are here in Southern California. I want to say I paid probably close to $450 a month for that. I ended up using that chair completely. I slept in that chair for 6 weeks. And then I started rotating back and forth between my bed. I actually tried to start going into my bed during the 5th week, and I would wake up a couple hours later and need to go downstairs to my chair. And we ended up keeping that chair. We ended up actually buying that chair because after you rent it for so long, you just basically own it. And my mom, long story short, my mom could really use that chair. She's 80 years old, so we just kept renting it until we owned it and gave it to her. So anyways, that's a whole other separate issue. Okay, so let me go through this because I can see where this is going to get long. I also had a potty chair for the first week, or actually for as long as I needed. I only needed to use it during the first week, and it was just in I stayed in our family room. Our family room attaches to our kitchen. We also have a living room and a dining room, but the family room was a good place for me to be situated. And it was great too because we have a really big couch in there, and we have an actual recliner, and my husband just ended up sleeping in that recliner next to me in my recliner. So the potty chair was great for the first week because Dr. Katzen didn't want me getting up for more than 5 minutes at a time. So I was just able to, if I had to, use that. Again, I had a catheter, so this is, if I had to take a dumpty dump, that's what I used. As far as showering, I was not able to shower traditionally for 3 weeks. And that's because I had drains in. And I had almost 3 weeks. So I had 19 days in. So basically, during that time of the first 19 days, I did sponge baths, basically. Again, I had my surgery in December. It's really cold. Not a lot of body fluids going on during the cold season, even here in Southern California. It's it's in the 50s. So it wasn't too bad, and it was sufficient. I would go to get my hair washed once a week over at Ulta. I would just go in there and the ladies would wash my hair, and then I have dry shampoo on the interim. So a shower chair was the other item that I was going to mention. And with the shower chair, I started using that at week 3, and I had it in my shower probably until like 8 weeks, just so if I wanted to sit down, because you can't stand all the way straight up, especially if you have muscle repair, until probably 7, 8, 9 weeks, to where you're standing up straight. So it just was helpful to have that in there if I wanted to sit down and shower. Another thing was a walker. I didn't really need the walker for that long. I needed the walker essentially when I got home from the hospital, just getting into the house. So we pulled up right against our garage, opened our garage door, and then I just used the walker to walk through my garage up into the door, and our family room's pretty close to our garage. So I used it then, and I maybe used it right when I was starting to walk around the house a little bit to get some, so probably right after a week when I got my catheter out, I probably used a walker for a couple days just to make sure I was stable on my feet. The other thing is this thing, a grabber. So it folds up, it's one of these things that you see, oh honey, I dropped the keys, whatever. Of course, you don't want to be bending over much and so forth. So I probably used this for 8 weeks. I just had it next to my chair and so forth. I wasn't down completely for 8 weeks by any means. I could go back to work at 6 weeks pretty much. It's just I really slow played the whole thing because I just wanted to heal. Excuse me. As far as vitamins and medications go prior to surgery, I wanted to touch on that a little bit. Dr. Katzen wanted us to get 100 grams of protein a day. Wanted us. Wanted me, whoever, I guess it's patients, to get 100 grams of protein a day. So that was at least about 3 weeks up through surgery, and then after surgery, protein is very, very healing. So, of course, lived on Premier Protein for a while. Additionally, I was taking a probiotic. BioK is what I was taking. This is a really good, I think they use this in Canada in the hospitals. But anyways, I use this before surgery and after surgery, especially when being on antibiotics, because it takes away all the good bacteria in your stomach. So this restores that. And I didn't want to get sick because I was having surgery in the height of cold and flu season. The other thing I didn't do leading up to surgery is I didn't go to the gym, because there's so many germs and so much sweat and stuff going around the gym. I just didn't want to risk getting sick. So I kind of tried to stay out of public places because I just did not want to get sick and have that push off my surgery. I did also take the turmeric and bromelain. That's supposed to help with bruising and swelling. And then a couple weeks before surgery, I started taking stool softener. I wish somebody would have told me this before gastric bypass, to start taking stool softener 2 weeks before. This saved my life. I mean, seriously, with all the pain medication and stuff you take, it's not that it's an exorbitant amount. It's just, it's pretty strong stuff. So I just wish, I probably got that hernia from my gastric bypass trying to go to the bathroom the first time. But anyway, I have no idea. But this helped so much. So, and I just got this at Costco. It's just Costco stool softener. Or Kirkland. So, and it worked great. And Dr. Katzen had me start taking that 2 weeks before. The final thing that he started having me take was vitamin C. And he wanted me to take 1,000 milligrams broken up into like 250 several times a day. So I started taking it, and oh my gosh, it gave me incredible gas. Incredible gas. I mean, it was just like, it was embarrassing. I couldn't go anywhere because I had no control. So I switched over to Emergency, which has 1,000 milligrams all in one shot. But I just figured if I sip on it throughout the day, I get the milligrams broken up the way I need it. And I love this stuff. I use it all the time now. I still take it just because I really like the raspberry. They have lime too. But I think it's really, really good, and it's better than drinking just plain water. Sometimes I get sick of plain water. So anyways, that's a little bit on the furnishings and the pre-vitamin-y stuff regimen and so forth. I'm not going to go over the drugs so much that I took because I think every doctor prescribes differently. And I'm not really quite sure if that's important, but if it is important to somebody, feel free to contact me and I'll be happy to relay that. Then the next video I do is going to be kind of just the personal items that I needed afterwards from a hygiene perspective, and also tending to any of my my open wounds, and I didn't have open wounds, but my surgical lines and so forth. So anyways, I hope this is helpful, you guys. And if you have any questions, please be sure to ask. And I will make sure I get to those. And again, Lauren, much of this is coming your way. I think it's great that we have the opportunity. Some of this stuff you just use such a tiny little bit, and it doesn't make sense to like toss it, but it doesn't make sense to just stick it in your cabinet and let it go bad. So, if we can just kind of push it forward in our community, kind of pay it forward and let the next person use it, if it's not, things that are going to get all, I think that's a good thing. So, all right. See you guys soon. Bye.